Hey everybody, welcome back to Kill by Daylight. This is the long awaited Halloween Ends review. Before we get into it, I know I've been skimping on the month of Myers. In fact, there's only one video on this channel in October as a whole. I'm not gonna explain it here because I want to keep this one laser focused, okay? On Halloween Ends. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna do an update video that'll be out tomorrow, which is also, I'm assuming, the reveal of the next chapter, so you might get some more non-gameplay videos in the next couple days. Because if it's like, oh, PTB, I'll react to the killer's perks, his abilities, survivor perks, you know, all that good jazz. But I want to give you an update. It's not, it's clear and cut and dry, but I'll still give you an update, because I do have plans for the month of Myers. Yeah, well, I'll explain it there. But Halloween Ends! I saw this movie when it first released on the Peacock, and God... You know what, before we get into it, spoilers. Obviously, I'm about to spoil this entire dang movie for you, but let me just give you my overall summary, because I have notes. You don't see what I see right now, but I got notes and some insane scribbles at the bottom of this notes pad. Boy, howdy. I didn't hate Halloween Ends. I didn't hate it. It's not the worst movie I've seen, but it's not the greatest horror movie ever. Oh boy, it happens. It has its problems, and it has its high points, and really the basic summary I can give you as to why my feelings of it, right? The B plot is accidentally the A plot, and the A plot is relegated to B plot status, and plot A, what should be the main plot, is Michael Myers versus Laurie fucking Strode. There's my big problem, but you knew that. If you've seen anybody's takes on Halloween Ends, it's the same one, right? Michael Myers and versus Laurie fucking Strode. The end-all, be-all battle that we were promised is a whole 15 minutes? No. Five. We'll say a good 5 minutes in a 2-hour movie. That's a fucking problem. That's a problem. So, there's that. Yeah, the middle drags on. Yeah. I don't remember much of the movie, but I have notes, like I said. It doesn't feel like a 2-hour movie, right? It's like, it's almost 2 hours. It doesn't feel like that. Thank God it was on Peacock, because me and my brother could just riff on the goddamn movie. If we were in a movie theater, oh, I might rate this as the worst movie I've ever seen. But because Peacock, because Jason Blum knows what the hell he's doing, it was on Peacock, so we watched it on there and we could just riff on it. So maybe that's why I'm like, it's not a bad movie, because we were laughing our asses off at more than one point in a horror movie, and not one from the 90s. So there's that. But we paused it at one point, and we were like, holy shit, there's only 40 minutes left in this. Wow. And that actually might be because Mikey only gets going like 50 minutes in to an hour and 50 minute movie. Yeah, it's a problem. It's not a Michael Myers, Laurie Strode movie. It's a Corey fucking Cunningham movie. Let's go through my notes, right? Let's go through these. Like, I'm reading these back and it's a flood of memories. So right off the bat, number one, holy shit, that kid died. Yeah. I thought this was a tone setter and a half. Right? The movie opens up, we're interested in Corey fucking Cunningham. And he's a babysitter. He's a reluctant babysitter, and stupid shit happens, and the kid is afraid of the boogeyman, the shape, the Michael Myers. Our friend Michael. And he, like, plays a trick. He, like, tells Corey to fuck off or something like that, and he's like, you're a dick. And Corey, like, harumphs out of the room, as only Corey fucking Cunningham can do. And then, like, he like, takes a walk around the house, like, it's a rich people house. And it's very convoluted, because there's a spiral staircase. It's a house that, I don't know, it's weird. It looks like a house from BioShock. That's the best way I could describe it. Like, in, like, the slums, you have to go up, like, this spiral staircase. It's... I don't understand the architecture in Haddonfield, is what I'm trying to say. But he, like, takes a walk. He goes outside, takes a... not a smoke break, because he's not smoking, but he goes out to catch some air. And he comes in and is like, Kid, where are you? And the kid's, like, yelling for him. Like, oh, Corey, help! He's here, and he goes up and he finds a serrated knife on the stairs. And it's like, that's not a knife that cuts. A serrated blade for bread. It's not a stabby knife, it's a sawing knife. I digress, though. And he goes up and, like, he hears noise in, like, the attic. I believe it's the attic. They're on the top floor. And it's like a storage room or an attic. And the kid locks him in there. And the kid's like, the kid is like, you're gonna die, he's gonna get you. And Corey is like, let me out, you prick. It's not exact words, but I bet it was. Sure, in my headcanon, that's what he said. And like, it's like this dramatic shot, I'm like, oh, he's gonna bust the door open and the kid's gonna take the door to the face and he's gonna like, fall down the stairs, break his leg or break his arm, go, he sucks, he's a bad babysitter. Because we get, like, the intercut of the parents driving up, because they went out to a party or some shit. It's Halloween. Who cares? They went out to a party, and they're driving up the driveway, and it's like, okay, he's gonna, like, get caught, the kid's gonna be hurt, he's gonna have a knife in his hand, because he's gonna try to kill me! Hilarity will ensue! No, he fucking kicks the door open, and the kid simultaneously, and the kid falls, like, 4 stories down, dead. Splat. Very reminiscent of the asylum patient who escaped with Michael in the Evil Dies Tonight. You know, that scene from Halloween Kills in the hospital. It's very reminiscent of that. The kid didn't explode into meat chunks, but he slants and just like, dead. Blood everywhere. There's a pool of blood and they're like, oh my god, Corey! I was like, this is a tone setter. We're gonna get way more buck wild than Halloween Kills. I liked Halloween Kills, by the way. I liked all of the new Halloween movies. Oh man, I thought this was a tone setter. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be even bloodier than Halloween Kills. And it's gonna be fantastic fun. I'm wrong on that one. Michael is a plague. Main plot of the film? That's the, yeah, that is a question. Because we got this, Corey gets taken to prison because he killed a kid. He fucking V-triggered the child down 4 stories to his death. Oh, that's a buck wild scene. I mean, I literally went, oh shit! Because how buck wild it is. We can't talk about this dead kid anymore though, because we're 10 minutes on it. It was a shocking ass scene, so I give them credit for that. It was like, oh shit, holy shit, that kid's dead. We get this monologue. Lori is writing her autobiography, right? And it's like this, basically summing up, like, Michael is a plague that has infected Haddonfield because now, anytime there's a death, they're kind of like, it was Michael, he's back, and the cops are like, no, dipshit, he doesn't use a gun. So it's like, someone got hanged, someone got, lynched, somebody got shot in their car. Every single time, any time some horrific murder happened, the Townsville, the Powerpuff Girls could have saved this movie, actually, if we're thinking about it. The townsfolk were like, it's the shape. No one cares about what is actually happening. They're kind of being desensitized to it. So that's kind of that thing, right? Haddonfield just needs someone to hate, and kind of by proxy, Corey big booting that kid down some stairs. I'm sorry, not down some stairs, off some stairs, leads him to being hated by everyone in Haddonfield. And that's kind of the whole plot of the movie, right? We get that monologue, it's like, okay, that's fine. Something something something. Yeah, okay, I'm reading my notes and being like, wait a minute. We get Corey fucking Cunningham again. He's out on the streets. He got released by technicality or something like that. Like, I don't. They probably gave a thing for it, or like whatever. He's working with his dad at a auto parts impound lot, kind of. That's what it looked like. It's a repair shop, but it also looks like a fucking impound. That comes into play later in my favorite scene. But it's like he's like at a gas station, rode his bike to a gas station to get some snacks or whatever the fuck, and he's approached by some generic bullies. My notes are generic bullies are generic, and they super are. They super are. Because they're like, hey, bud, we got a big game tonight. How about you go buy us a six-pack? And Corey's like, no, that's illegal. And the kids chastise him for it, because they're dicks. They're generic dicks. And like, it kind of goes back to the whole, like, oh, the town doesn't care what actually happened. They just need somebody to hate. Because the head jock bully, he's got a Letterman jacket on, so you know he's a sportman. He's like, oh, you fucked that kid and then killed him to hide the evidence. You're a pedo. Or he's like, he calls him pedo. And it's like, that's not what happened. And I think we get a couple more things. There's like a diner scene later, which I don't have in my notes because fuck it. It's stupid. But like the main cop who like was dating Allison, I think that's what was happening. It's like, yeah, he's murdered him in cold blood, stabbed him 50 times. It's like, what? They don't care what happened. They just care that they have someone to vilify. That could have been very interesting. It's fucking not. But the generic bully is generic, and the big thing that stands out is one of the bullies has a glorious mullet. Glorious. Holy shit, the 80s would weep at the sight of this kid's mullet. And he's got blonde eyebrows. Brown, dark brown, light brown hair. Blonde eyebrows. Choices were made. And I'm not talking about the actor. I'm talking about whoever designed his, like, had this sketched out. Costume design. What? Whoever directed is like, the kid needs a fucking glorious mullet and blonde eyebrows. What? Choices were made. There's a broken bottle on the ground. I don't remember how it got there. I'm remembering things. I'm remembering, like, fucking Cerebro from X-Men. It's not what that device did. There's broken glass on the ground. Corey gets shoved by the main bully. And he, like, gashes himself. He cuts his fucking hand open. And Lori drives up. Thankfully. To save Corey Cunningham. And he's like, ow, my boo-boo. And she's like, hey, do you want to do it, or should I? And she whips out a knife. I'm like, oh my god, Lori's gonna kill these bullies. Hell yes, this is getting good. No, she fucking stabs the tire of the car that they were driving in. So Lori drives him to the hospital where Allison is now working. And Allison, like, takes him in and they have a meet cute? That's my note. It's just meet cute? And I was watching this, I looked at my brother and went, do we just witness a fucking meet cute in a Halloween movie? Michael's in this, right? Oh, how wrong we were. So like she fucking bandages him up and like he kicks a fucking tray over. Like a boner, was it a boner joke? Now I'm thinking about it, was it a boner joke? It can't be a boner joke in Halloween. Unless it was H2O with Busta Rhymes. Then it's allowed, because Busta Rhymes fucking karate fights Michael Myers in that movie. I put that movie ahead of Halloween, Halloween Ends. Anyway, I could talk about that fucking movie. I should watch that again. Like, they fucking have a meet cute. And it's like, what? Okay. Oh, but I think before that, Lori was driving to, or Allison was driving to work. She gets pulled over by a cop. And it's like her ex-boyfriend. She's like, oh, we're not dating anymore. It's like, who cares? Who the fuck cares? Why is there a love sequence in this? Why is there a love plot? This is stupid. This is fucking stupid. I get it, like, oh, the Strodes are moving on with their lives. I get it. Good. Done poorly. But I noticed on in the scene, on the radio is a conspiracy radio show. And they're like, the host is like, Michael Myers died, the real Michael died that night. But there's a clone, and they send him to kill Pope John Paul II, and from the moon or some shit. I'm like, oh my god, what the what? Huh? And apparently there's a companion, graphic novel or something like that, or book, that's like, no, it was real, like, QAnon type conspiracy shit. Like, turn the frogs gay type of Alex Jones shit. I'm like, I wish that was in the movie. Because, just to skip down, Radio DJ is my favorite character in this fucking movie. Cause that's what Corey fucking Cunningham comes from. He calls Corey a dumb bitch. I'm like, this dude is my favorite. He has one of my favorite lines. Like, conspiracy radio, like, okay, cool. Flash forward, after the meet cute, for some ungod knows reason. Allison's playing with fucking tarot cards for some reason, and it's like, Laurie is prying, like, oh, do you meet a boy? It's like, yeah, he was cute, but I don't know. And Laurie, fucking Jamie Lee Curtis says, and I quote, find someone who makes you want to rip your shirt off and show your tits and say, fuck you, fear it, and she throws the double bird. I'm like, oh my god, thank god Laurie Strode is in this. Thank god Jamie Lee Curtis is here. She's gone. No, come back, she's gone. Because then we go to date night. It's a costume party. A rave? I think. And she, like, gives him a pumpkin a scarecrow mask. Corey, she puts a fucking scarecrow mask on Corey, like, get it? Do you get it? You will. Stupid. It's fucking stupid. The Corey Cunningham Allison love plot is stupid. Ugh. So stupid. God. Yeah, my notes have Allison falls for a guy that looks like Paul Dano's Riddler with Heath Ledger's Joker's mindset. That is the perfect way to describe Corey Cunningham. Why? They do this rave type of thing, like, yeah, and he, like, gets confronted, right? The mother of the dead kid he killed is there, and she's like, you think you get to have fun. You think you can go back to your normal life. Well, we can't, because you killed our kid, you bastard. And she, like, chastises him, and he has a fucking panic attack, and he leaves. And Allison chases him down. And basically, it's kindred spirits, right? Like, oh, I suffer trauma, you suffer trauma, oh, we're in love. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I'm not good for you. And he leaves. My notes have kindred spirits? He's walking down a road and he's confronted by the bullies. The bullies beat the shit out of him. He pulls out a knife, I think he pulled out a knife. And the Letterman bully basically says, fuck you, and he pimp slaps the knife out of Corey's hand. And they throw him off a bridge, which then, I think it's one of the bums in the bum park under the bridge drags him into a sewer. And Corey wakes up in the sewer, and he wobbles around like, what the fuck? And he comes face to face with Michael. Michael grabs him by the throat and could have saved us all a lot of disappointment, because he starts choking Corey out, and their eyes meet like star-crossed lovers do. And, like, we get flashbacks, and, like, what? Michael lets him go, and he fucking escapes? And they're kindred spirits? My notes are literally kindred spirits? Kindred spirits. Because that's what happened back to back in this movie. He goes out, he, like, leaves the thing, and he's attacked by one of the bums, like, every person who's gone in there he's killed. I need you to go back in because you survived to get his mask. And Corey stabs him. It's like, oh, that bum, like, jumped him, so yeah. And then, stuff happens and Corey turns into the Joker. That's really what you need to know. He shows up at Laurie's and Allison's house. Jump scare, like he has supernatural powers now, I'm convinced. Because he moves silently and quickly, like Michael does. Even though it's not Michael is the devil, he has the evil spirit within. But, he's there, and, like, he talks to Allison and is like, yeah, I just want to watch the world burn now. I want to leave this place. And, like, he's just a Joker. He's just the Joker. That's all he is. He's the Joker, baby. Something happens where Corey attacks the cop that is Allison's ex cop boyfriend, cause that was the diner scene I mentioned before where he comes up and is like, "Bah, you fucked kid, you stabbed the kid 17,000 times, chopped him into meat and ate him or some shit." He kind of harasses the cop and he's like, "I'm gonna come get you," and it's already like, we don't like the cop, so fuck him. But we don't like Corey really, so fuck him too. Where's Mike? Oh, that's where Corey's leading this dude. Like, he tries to kill the cop. Corey tries to kill the cop, and the cop's like, "No, what are you doing?" And, like, he puts him in a chokehold or some shit. He does something. He incapacitates the cop. And, like, Mikey picks up a knife and starts to just, holy God. He picks up the knife, and he, like, looks at it, looks at the cop, and takes one clean swing, and cuts the cop's throat in one, like, fucking fluid motion. Like, 70-year-old Mike still swings a mean knife. Holy shit. And then he proceeds to stab the ever-loving shit out of this cop's body to the point where he, like, reaches murder climax. He, like, jizzed in his pants. He's like, and he goes, and it's like, holy shit, what is happening here? Oh my God, what am I watching? Huh? And then we get the obvious cheating for a promotion plot is obvious. It's like Allison's coworker, she's a ditzy blonde. No, she's not a ditzy blonde, but she kind of is like, whatever. She's there, and it's just like, whatever. She's just like kind of a whatever character. She has she has a great line. I think it's after the party or before it, where she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just love this spooky bullshit." I was like, "Yes, that's great. I love it too." But she's fucking the doctor because she gets a promotion over Allison. Allison's like, "Oh, I'm a shoo-in for this promotion." Oops, she didn't get it because she's fucking the boss. Then we get like her and the boss are at the boss's place. Then all hell breaks out because Corey kills the boss, and then Allison's coworker comes out as like sees Corey stabbing the dude and his fucking he looks like he's about to rob the place. He's wearing all black, long sleeves, black, like he has like black gloves, but he's got a fucking scarecrow mask. So it's like, what the fuck is happening here? What is happening here? And then thankfully Mikey comes out of the way. It comes out of nowhere and kills, does that classic, I hold your throat, pick you up, put a pin in you with this giant, comically sized butcher knife that holds you to the wall like a corkboard. I was like, ah, finally Mikey's here to do killing. That's 50 minutes in. Something. Allison and Corey are, like, on... Oh no, that's my favorite part of the movie too. Shit, that's correct. This happens. That murder spree happens on the cheating couple. And then smash cut to Corey on his motorcycle that his dad gave him. He's on his motorcycle. I'm like, me and my brother went, oh no. Is Michael fucking holding on to the back of Corey? No, it's Allison. But how baller would it have been if it was Michael? Like, no, that's the true couple of the movie. It's Corey and Mikey. Not Corey and Allison. For whatever reason. But it's Allison on the back. And they're on top of the radio station. And he says the same shit again. Like, oh, I just want to watch the bird. I want to watch the world burn. Master Wayne. And they get down off the radio tower, and they're approached by the radio DJ, and that's where he says, calls Corey, fucking Cunningham, I know who you are, and Allison, I know who you are, because your grandma fucked with a dude with mental issues until he snapped. I'm like, oh my god, that is the plot of Halloween. That's the plot of Halloween 2018. Oh my god. Laurie Strode fucked with a dude with mental issues until he snapped and killed half of the town. Yeah, that's Halloween Kills. Absolutely. It calls Corey a dumb bitch. I'm like, this radio DJ is absolutely dying later on, but he's my favorite currently. And at which point I typed into my notes app, it doesn't feel like a Halloween movie, because it doesn't. It's a rom-com with slight murder. That's what it is. I just have Corey's dad is great. Corey's dad is great. But I don't know why I wrote this down. He has some fucking killer lines. I think it's when he's referring to, like, you made your mother angry or some shit like that. It's great. I love that character. But just like the DJ, I was like, oh, he's gonna die because why wouldn't he? Then we get the if I can't have her trope. That took me out of this movie. Corey tells, I think he tells it to Laurie. I think Laurie finds where he's sleeping, which is the house where he killed the kid, conveniently enough. It's ransacked, it's condemned, nobody lives in it anymore, because there's a dead, they didn't clean up the bloodstain, really, so Corey's just sleeping on that, basically. And, like, they have a conversation, and he's like, if I can't have her, no one can. And it's like, oh, fuck off, Corey. You're a good actor in this, I haven't seen you in fucking anything else, but, oh my god, they didn't give you the best. Something. The bullies had the best deaths. Like, it's revenge spree time, right? Corey goes around in Michael's mask. He fights Michael, like, knocks out Michael somehow and steals his mask. Like, him and Michael fight. Michael doesn't kill him, but Corey gets his mask, so now he's new Mikey. And I'm like, oh my god, we did this with fucking, Friday the 13th Part 5. Stop it. Don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. And we didn't, kind of. Like, he's going around murdering the people that have made fun of him. So he killed the radio DJ, and apparently his hot assistant off screen. It's like, there was a fucking, I think it was, Bloody Disgusting had the overview of the book, the companion piece to the movie that explains a lot more. It's like, wait, where was she? Where was she in this movie? Hot damn. Nowhere to be found, but apparently both of them died in that one scene. Sure. But then he lures the bullies to his dad's impound lot at night. And holy shit, he goes ham. And it's like, oh my god, we have creative kills in Halloween again. Hell yeah. Like, he mows over one kid in like a fucking doomdozer type of thing. Like a fucking pickup truck with, like, he runs them into the cage and, like, runs them down, like crushing their skull. And the main bully has a gun because he's like, he knocks on the main office where the dad is sleeping. He's sleeping, he's doing the night shift for some reason, and he gets woken up. He's like, he gives the kid a gun. Stupid decision, dad. And like, Corey runs over the kid. The one kid crushes their skull. Another one is trapped under the cage. They survive, I think? They survived? I don't remember. But, he does something to another kid, and then the main bully's like, hey! No, the dad is like, Corey, what are you doing? And, like, the main bully, Letterman bully, screams, hey! And he shoots, and Corey Wesker dodges. He fucking Matrix dodges that shit. And, like, pops the dad right in the head. Like, oh, dad's dead. Boo. And Corey then takes a fucking blowtorch to Letterman bully's fucking mouth and burns him from the inside. I'm like, this is great. This is excellent. I like this. Where was this in this movie? Oh, at the last 15 minutes. Cool. Yay. Then, Corey, or we think it's Michael. We think it's Michael, goes to Laurie's house to final showdown with, Laurie. We do get a great moment where she's, like, writing a suicide note on the computer, and she picks up a pistol and puts it to her head. The camera goes behind a wall, and you hear the gunshot, and you go, oh, what the fuck? And like, not Michael, opens the door, and it's the shot from the trailer where she's like, hi, motherfucker, and she's pointing a gun at them, and she shoots. She hits him. We're like, oh, and then they're on, like, they're on the in front of the doorway, and he takes the mask off, she takes the mask off him, and it's like, oh, it's Corey. And Corey's like, haha, my plan is excellent. And like, he hears Allison outside, he goes, if I can't have her, no one can. And he stabs himself in the throat. And it's like, oh, he killed himself. Allison walks in and goes, why didn't you do this? Because she's got like, Laurie pulled the knife out, right? And it's got blood on it. And Allison walks in like, what did you do? And she like kind of fucking throws a tantrum, not giving Laurie any time to explain. And then Michael's here, for real this time. Yeah. He takes back his mask. Fucking Corey gets up because he sucks at killing himself. He plunged a fucking butcher knife into his throat and still was like, I can fight. You suck at everything in this movie, Corey. You suck at everything. You suck. You just suck. Michael says no, kills him. Fucking good. Get him out of here. Final epic battle. Basically gave it away in the trailer. It's that entire fight in the kitchen where Michael tries to shove Laurie's hand down the garbage disposal. I'm sitting there watching that. Oh man, that would have been a great intense moment if they didn't spoil it in the first trailer. Dumbasses. They gave away all the, literally just watch the trailer and you get most of the movie. That's literally my big review. Like they fight. Laurie pins Michael under a fridge against her counter, like the main island in the kitchen. So he's pinned, he's like, and she stabs his hand. She stabs his hand, like nailing his hand to the island, the countertop. And she stabs it, and she keeps stabbing him. There's a lot of blood. He's bleeding a lot. And he still moves. He's still moving. Like, she like, we get that epic moment, like, oh, she takes off the mask, we see what Michael looks like. And she slices his throat, I think. And, he starts moving, he keeps moving, there's so much blood, and he's still moving. What? How? I'm convinced throats do nothing in this universe. They don't mean death. Corey plunged a 15-foot buster sword through his throat. Still kicking. Michael gets his throat slit. Still kicking. But like, there's some tension where like Michael is getting the upper hand. He's still fighting back. I think he does cut Laurie, but we get a intercut to Allison driving down the road, and she stops at a stoplight and sees the radio tower on fire. And she gets a call from the sheriff being like, hey, Allison, are you home? Laurie just sent us a suicide notification. Like, there's gonna be a suicide at her house. What the fuck is up? And that's when Allison goes, oh, I'm dumb. Hormones betrayed me! And she gets back. And like, Michael is about to win, I think. Like, he's like choking Laurie, I think. And then Allison gets in and is like, no! She stops him. And like, the cops show up with Allison. And they're like, the cops just like, fucking end this, please? Kill him, please. And they do. Yay. And then they're like, what do we do with the body? We have to do something with it. And one of the cops, to the head cop, I forgot his name. He's been in every fucking movie, right? It's the love interest for Laurie. And one of the rookies is like, this isn't protocol. This is not how you do it. And the head cop's like, motherfucker, not for this dude. This is different. This is a different occasion. And they fucking strap Michael's corpse to the top of their fucking Winnebago and drive him to, I think it's the same impound lot that Corey's dad owned. And they fucking crucify him. They pass him through a crowd. Like, they crucified Mikey. And then they put him in the wood chipper. And Laurie finally gets to rest after 45 years. And I'm just like, that was an ending. And I have in my notes, fuck yeah, Don't Fear the Reaper. Because Don't Fear the Reaper started playing. I was like, hell yeah, more cowbell, bitch. Bing, ding, ding, ding. Oh. Like I said, it wasn't a slog to watch. It didn't feel like nearly 2 hours. It flew by. It's just, there wasn't much Mikey in a Mikey movie. It was all Corey. It's like, oh. I don't know, man. I do have other notes. Like, do they make sense to me? I don't know. Corey killing himself poorly was just to get Allison out of the way. Her looking for Corey should have been to keep her out of the picture. Yeah, because she was like looking for him, and then she found him at Laurie's house. Like, she went to the impound lot. I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of death here. I hope Corey's okay. So she's going around looking for Corey. Because Corey, like, fucking went AWOL. So, that should have been the plot device to keep her away. I was like, alright. Like, she sees the radio station on fire. She gets a call from the police that Laurie called in a suicide. There would have been tension there, because we know Laurie is facing off with Mikey, and we don't know if Allison will get there in time to save her. I think what that means, like, she should have been, like, looking for Corey, and, like, Mikey and Laurie have the standoff, and then she's like, oh, I should just go back home. We don't know if she's gonna get there in time, right? I have an edit, I guess, an edit recommendation for the Corey dying scene. Corey should have gotten shot by Laurie. Laurie says, I knew you'd come. Corey last realizes Laurie isn't talking to him, but to Mikey. Mike then kills Corey because Laurie is his prey and you don't steal from Mikey. That would have been a great way to end that entire arc. Happily, I think. If, like, Corey's on the ground like, haha, yeah, you knew I'd come, haha, and he goes, what? And looks up, and Mikey's there, and then Mikey just stabs him. Like, stab him through the brain or some shit. Something gory, right? And then we get the final battle, right? But, yeah. It's, oh god, it's not a terrible movie. It's just there's a lot of romance plot that doesn't need to exist. Right? Like I said in the beginning, the B plot is accidentally the A plot, and the A plot is relegated to B plot status, which is Michael Myers versus Laurie fucking Strode. There's a whole maybe 15-20 minutes of Michael Myers in a Michael Myers 2-hour movie. Like, he only gets killing at like the 45-minute mark, 30-minute mark. I was like, okay, you can do that, but Mikey needs to be prevalent. He needs to be heavily, like, this is the final movie here, allegedly. This is the last movie of the new trilogy that caps off this storyline. Michael and Laurie should have been the main focus, not Allison and Corey. That's stupid. And I get what they were kind of trying to go with. That whole, oh, Corey is Michael to Lori, or to Allison, right? It's like, whatever. Whatever. That's about it. A solid, I'll give it a C. A C. Like, would I watch it again? No. I would watch the opening 5 minutes, see that kid die again. Like, because that was generally like, oh my god, shocking. I'd watch that. If I would watch it again, I would watch the beginning, the Lori stuff, because she's at like the supermarket and she gets harassed by someone. It was the one woman who survived getting a light tube through her throat from Halloween Kills. Everybody, I thought she was dead. I thought she died in that movie. Apparently not. She survived, but she's like catatonic. But that stuff, that's fine. That's world building. Delete Corey out of the entire fucking thing. Get him out of here. And then watch from, Mikey killing the cop. He reaches murder climax, as my notes say. The obvious cheating plot. That death scene. Love Me the Radio DJ, so we watched that. Skip the I can't have her trope. Cause like Corey fucking fights with his mom. It's like, shut up. Both of you shut up. Go away. Where's Michael? And then watch from like the bully's death scene to the final minutes. And then fuck yeah, Don't Fear the Reaper, bro. It's a solid C movie. That's it. That's my review of it. That's the I'm surprised I remembered as much as I did, because I watched it when it first came out, and that was like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised I remembered that much. But yeah, the movie didn't feature Mikey almost at all. So, the footage you've watched. So yeah, like I said earlier up front, there's an update video I'll be doing, relatively soon. Again, the day this is going up on Halloween. Fuck yeah, timing. But the day after, November 1st, we're supposed to get like, I guess, a reveal for the new killer in the new chapter. So then I'll try to have the update then. If not, it'll be, November 2nd will be my, going over the entire new chapter stuff, killer power perks for both killer and survivor. And maybe new map, because we're supposed to be getting a new map with it. Allegedly. But that'll happen. And then probably the day after will be the update, and then we'll get back to the normal, in the update. It'll be a typical channel update. I'll give you a rundown of what the hope, keyword there, hope for the channel is, the schedule, right? And we'll see where we go from there. But I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought about Halloween Ends in the comments. Like I said, I didn't mind it, but again, I watched it on Peacock with my brother sitting next to me, and we riffed. It was basically an episode of Riff Tracks. That was us, just me going, oh my god, that kid's mullet is glorious. And going, me cute? Holy shit, that kid died. The notes are what we said out loud. Right? That's it. Like, that, if I was in a movie theater, this would be like an F tier movie. But because I can watch it on Peacock from the comfort of my own home with somebody else, and we could just bullshit and destroy the movie, it brings it up to a C. But let me know what you thought. And until the next video, I will see you in the fog. Good luck.